There is a lot on this Toyota 4Runner that is old, but we're here today to talk about what is new. For 2019, this TRD Pro version has got a bunch of upgraded off-road equipment, and we're gonna put it to the test. So in this video, we're gonna run my snowy trails, we're gonna try out all the different 4x4 equipment on this 4Runner, and of course, we're going up the hydro line, we're gonna find the mud, and see if we can't make this SUV into an icebreaker. Let's do it, stay tuned. Okay, so 2019 4Runner TRD Pro. First of all, what is new for 2019? Well, just like the 19 Tundra TRD Pro, this thing now gets a set of Fox 2.5-inch internal bypass shocks, and they're mated to Toyota-tuned, TRD-tuned springs. And that comes together to give this thing a more plush ride than before. When you're out here on the trails and bouncing up and down, this 4Runner does an excellent job of swallowing things up, keeping things nice and smooth, keeping all four wheels on the ground, and it feels really good. Now, honestly, that's kind of the biggest change that came to this thing in terms of just straight up off-roading. A lot of the other changes that arrived for 19 are, you know, just to change up the way this thing looks and a little bit to do with functionality. But those new 2.5-inch Fox shocks are really the big deal here for anyone concerned with taking this TRD Pro out onto the trails. Now, not new for 2019, but very important, especially for what we're doing today, is the TRD front skid plate that is included down below. Now, this thing also gets a set of TRD fog lamps, and new for 2019, it gets a TRD roof rack. Now, to complete the aesthetic, this thing gets a bunch of color-matched options like the door handles. There are some black accents added on the outside as well, and those 17-inch black TRD wheels. Now, I made this point probably too much when I tested the Tundra TRD Pro, but I love this voodoo blue. This is such a nice color. It absolutely pops. It pops on camera. It pops on a snowy, white, sunny day. And if I was to buy a TRD Pro, it would be voodoo blue, no doubt about it. But color aside, this SUV comes together to look exactly like what it is, a badass off-roader. I really do think that the 4Runner has a great style to it, even though the styling hasn't really been changed for quite a few years now. And besides the Wrangler, this thing feels like one of the last, you know, big, boxy SUVs out there on the road. So on the inside here, the TRD Pro brings a few little things, floor mats, some stitching in the headrests, and a shift knob. But overall, the interior is where this 4Runner feels quite dated. When you look at it compared to modern interiors, it looks old, lots of plastic everywhere, sort of these big knobs that Toyota used to do and has now kind of moved away from. Well, they're still alive and well here in the 4Runner. Now, there is something to be said here for the simplicity of this thing. I mean, the fact that you got 3 big knobs for the HVAC and, you know, some big plastic buttons surrounding your infotainment screen just mean that, yeah, this 4Runner feels old. It also feels basic, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. And for the most part, I can forgive it for looking old. The one area where it's really hard to forgive is my little screen up here in the info cluster. This thing looks like, you know, early 90s MS-DOS. It would just be nice if Toyota could add something a little more modern in here. And it's always harder in a product like this when I know that, for instance, the Tacoma has a really nice looking info screen in there. Of course, Toyota doesn't want to spend the money just to bring some little upgrades like that, but that's where, if you're buying a 4Runner today, you're gonna be sort of getting left out of the best equipment that Toyota has to offer. Especially when other vehicles today offer things like off-road pages and all kinds of different information you can get out of your screen. You know, there's really not a lot of off-road specific information coming your way from this 4Runner. Okay, that's enough interior. So what about the powertrain? Well, the engine here is still the old 4-liter V6. Now, it makes 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque. And I'm kind of split on this engine, you know, and the reason I say that is because the new 3.5 liter V6 in the Tacoma, I've never been a big fan. So I think I would take this 4 liter over the new 3.5. To me, it feels like it has more power all the way through the rev range. That 3.5 can get a little bit exhausted, and down low it doesn't feel like it has the torque that this 4 liter does. However, and the reason why Toyota even brought out a new V6 for its pickup trucks is because of fuel economy, and this 4Runner is certainly not going to be saving you gas. Now, I will throw up both the Canadian and the US fuel economy ratings here on the screen, but you can see that this thing is quite thirsty. Now, in our time with the 4Runner, we've been averaging 16 liters per 100, which is really not great. Although, to be fair to the 4Runner, we did just run it through some pretty tough off-road obstacles, so it has been working out here, no doubt about that. But even still, if you even just look at the ratings, yeah, this thing, don't buy it if you expect to be saving fuel. The other thing taking away from the fuel economy, and another thing that makes the 4Runner old school, is the weight. This thing weighs 4,700 pounds, so it's certainly not a light SUV. So what are the off-road numbers? Well, ground clearance is a respectable 9.6 inches, approach angle is 33 degrees, and departure is 26 degrees. And let me tell you, I put all 3 of those to the test, running up the Hydro line. Take a look. I got my dad out here helping me out, so he's piloting the 4Runner for me at the moment, and so far just having trouble with the ice. It's just thick ice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's on top of the ice right there. That piece of ice did not break.
If you don't have the Titanic, this is a hell of an icebreaker.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can get her stuck now, and you're gonna have to pull me out.
All right.
Okay guys, here we are. It's time to jump into the deep mud pit. We're going to be fighting with the ice today, no doubt about that. We have Bridgestone Blizzaks on this TRD Pro, so that'll be interesting to see how the winter tires do. And before we go in, all my off-road gear is on, so 4 low, rear differential is locked. Okay, here we go. Let's see how she feels. Diving in. Oh, we're on top of the ice. Oh, broke through. There it is. Okay. Oh, we're fighting the ice. We're fighting the ice. And there's the stuck. This is probably going to be a process of a couple different... Oh, what is happening? Yeah, we're fighting her. Yeah, back it up. Okay, full left. Let's see what we can do here. Climbing up, climbing up. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So the Blizzaks have some grip, although compared to some of the other vehicles I've run through here, they don't have a ton in the mud. Now, oh, they're inching. Yeah, baby, keep inching along. Woof. So the other thing on this TRD Pro are the running boards are actually getting hung up a bit too. Come on, baby. I can hear them scraping down there. Oh, and I'm throwing mud now. Am I ever throwing mud now? Well, inch by inch by inch, we're getting there. And I'm happy to know we have skid plates on here, because there's no doubt that my belly is dragging. And once those front tires get locked into the ice, uh-oh. Oh, okay, I think I'm stuck. I got nothing in reverse. Oh, and nothing in forward. Oh man, so I think I'm turtled. I think the ice is built up underneath me. Well, something finally got stuck on the hydro line. I don't think I'm going anywhere right now. Do I have a little grip in that direction? No, nothing there. Oh, I felt like I got an inch there. What do you think? Am I totally turtled?
Looks pretty good.
All right, I feel like all the ice is right under the belly.
Could be. Yeah, I think you're pooch.
All right, well, YouTube, this is what off-roading's all about. And as much as I don't like getting stuck, here I am. So I can get just an inch out of it there in reverse. If I can just use that inch. It's like the spinning is too late now. I've already dug the hole, but oh, okay, yeah, I'm getting a little more. I'm gonna keep fighting with her and see if I can't get it. Oh yes, I think I might get it. I think I might get it. Let's keep working it. Try not to spin the wheels too much. Come on, baby. Come on. If I get out of here, though, I'm getting out. Yes, okay. Okay, keep working it. Keep working it. Come on, Blizzax. Come on, Blizzax. Well, inch by inch by inch. Yes, 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 yeah! Okay. Okay, so the ice is just too thick. I'm out of there now. I could probably back out. If I could take a different line, I could maybe get up and around, but I'm not sure how well that's gonna work. Now I could plow into it again, but I really don't want to just get stuck in the exact same spot. So let me see if it will at all climb. Okay, okay. I'm at full lock here, trying to see if it'll climb out of these ruts. But it doesn't seem like it wants to. No surprise because of how thick the ice is. What is my best option here? I want to make it through. So let me just talk to you real quick about this thing. I mean, the grip in the mud has just been okay. These are just straight up winter tires. They're not even the all-terrains that normally come on this thing. Now, the ice is what's throwing us down. I'm looking at it now. These pieces are 1.5 inches thick easily. And it's just, it's too thick. Trying again, though. Okay. Yeah, it's just gonna be a process here. It's gonna be a process here. I think my running boards are dragging too, which is not helping me. But when you're in 4 low, come on, baby! When you're in 4 low, and I preload just a little bit and then punch it, it definitely has a lot of power. So, you know, the low range is working well for me. This might be my last hydro line of the year, though, because this ice is just so freaking thick. Next time I come up here to do this, I think I might just not even break through the ice because it's gonna be so thick by then. Come on, 4Runner! Oh, she climbed good there. I got right up on top of the ice there. Oh, baby! Well, I'm working this thing and it's getting beat on. There's no doubt about that. And these chunks of ice are massive. But I'm so close to the end now that it'd be ridiculous to stop now. So, we're just gonna keep on keeping on, and we are gonna make it. Come on, 4Runner. Come on, baby. Yeah, that's it. My front tires are literally climbing up and not even breaking this ice. And it's building up in front of me in these massive sheets. So again, I gotta try to take a bit of a different line here. Here we go again. Yes, yes! Okay, okay. My front tires are up on the ice there. That ice is so thick, I can't even believe it. I'm so close though. I have to make this. We have to make this. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We're so close. We're so close, 4Runner. Keep braking. Keep braking. Oh, we're gonna make it here, fellas. We're gonna make it here, YouTube. I'm just hoping I'm not scratching up this 4Runner too bad, but it's a little late for that now too. Come on! Well, there's the first roof bath. Oh, come on, 4Runner. Come on, 4Runner! Oof. All right, inch by inch, 4Runner. Inch by inch, 4Runner. I feel bad for this thing. I'm working it. And if you ever want to make sure a vehicle is totally buttoned up underneath and there's nothing low hanging, run it through some ice like this. Because if there was anything down there that could have broken, it would probably be broken by now. Those are famous last words, I know. Okay, this might be it. This might be the one. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, 4Runner. Come on, 4Runner. Come on, 4Runner. Okay, okay. This is for real. The one. Here we go. And now we got to get up this snowy hill at the end. A bit of speed. Come on, come on, come on, come on, baby. Yes, baby. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. And we are out. Oh my goodness, 4Runner. So the clearance here, almost 10 inches of clearance, was actually pretty good. It was just the ice, you know. It didn't feel like it was dragging too much on the ruts or anything, but the ice is just so thick. I mean, asking any vehicle to go through ice like that is a friggin' challenge. And this 4Runner just ate it up. Absolutely ate it up. Okay, so coming through there, we didn't use the multi-terrain select system. It was just in 4 low. So now we're gonna use it. And I mean, it has rock mode, mogul, loose rock, and then mud, sand, and dirt. They actually don't even have a snow setting in here. So you know what, let's just leave it off. Actually, let's leave multi-terrain select off. What we are gonna use though is the crawl control system. And I have it set up. We're gonna put it on its maximum speed. Actually, let's put it on the medium speed, the middle setting. And first of all, I'm gonna come down this hill here. We'll let the Toyota walk me down the hill, and then we'll see if it'll walk me all the way through that mud pit. Now that the ice is broken, the mud isn't even really that thick, so it will be interesting to see how it feels. So foot off the brake, and okay, there it is. The 4Runner's catching me. Yeah, the 4Runner's doing it all now. Feels totally fine. It's holding me at 3 kilometers an hour. Nice and controlled. My foot's off the brake and the gas. Oh, really nicely controlled there when it got quite steep. Okay, now let's see what happens as I walk into this water. Oh, there's a belly pan hit. Okay, so far so good. So once again, foot's off the brake, off the gas. This is the 4Runner doing everything for me. And slowly but surely, it's walking through here. Now, crawl control, you know what? It might take some of the fun out of off-roading. Letting it do this for me, it's a little less fun. Oh, here we go. It's a little stuck up now. Oh, there, nice. See, and that's what I was about to say. The thing that's amazing about crawl control is it can do things that I can't. It can send power to individual wheels. It can break individual wheels. So it can sort of see what the situation is and then try to fix it. Okay, I'm hung up again. I'm working it to try to get traction. And I can feel it doing things and sending power, but no, that's not gonna work. I'm stuck here. So we're gonna reverse. I'm gonna take over, and we need a little speed. There's a high section here, and I just need to hit it with a little bit of speed. So right there is a great example. Crawl control was doing really well until momentum came into play. So we're here, foot on the gas, preload a little momentum. Come on, baby, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Not quite. And so the cool thing too is crawl control, I never took it off. I just drove normally. I'm I'm just driving normally, but the second my foot comes back off the brake, crawl control takes over again. So you can manually do inputs, and then when you're ready for crawl control again, just let your foot off the brake and it'll go. So once again, we're hitting this big ice pile, a little bit of speed, preload, and go, 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 4Runner! Yes, yes, yes. Now I'm through, foot's off the gas, and back to crawl control. And now the 4Runner will try to creep me out. Oh, but I'm stuck up again. It's trying to figure it out. It's trying to figure it out. It's trying to figure it out. No, not gonna happen. You can feel it when it's just not gonna happen. Now, again, I can't blame the truck too much for this. There is so much ice out here today. And give credit to the Blizzaks. They got me through. Come on, baby. We're so close. So I think right there I actually just hit a certain speed where crawl control turned off automatically. If you do go too fast, it says, no, we can't do this. Okay, I'm almost out of the pit now, but I have built up a sheet of ice here. Come on, 4Runner. So crawl control did a nice job, but if you guys were looking at what I'm looking at, it's just a pile of ice. And we gotta try to climb out of it. Unreal. Okay, here we go. Let's give her a shot. Come on, 4Runner. Okay, I broke down the pile a bit there. Okay, this should be the one. Here we go. Actually, no, you know what? I need speed. Here we go. I was gonna do crawl control, but momentum is king. Yes, baby. Yes, 4Runner. Come on, 4Runner. Yes, 4Runner. Right on, man. Well, that was pretty dang good. She ain't too bad. One little bit of collateral damage. There's some plastic mud flap here behind the wheel. Just a little push pin in there, and it looks like it got ripped right out. So the mud flap was bent a little bit. But considering what I just put this thing through, what I think is probably the hardest hydro line I've ever done, it's actually in pretty good shape. I was worried I was gonna cut a tire with all 4 tires spinning and the sidewalls exposed to some really sharp ice. But honestly, the 4Runner looks no worse for wear. Doesn't even look scratched up. I was worried she might be scratched up too. Did pretty dang well. Well, I'm happy I got out of there. It was a close call though. Let me just talk to you a little more about the tires. So these are Bridgestone Blizzaks, and here on my snowy trails, they're actually really good. I mean, maybe that's not a big surprise. They are snow tires, right? But I've been out here with quite a few vehicles recently running around in this snow, and these Blizzaks put every single pair of all-terrain tires I've had out here to shame. They just feel so good in the snow, so much stopping power, so much grip when you're cornering. This thing doesn't even want to push wide or really even break loose coming through these corners. Yeah, it really is a pleasure to finally have a real set of snow tires, and even for off-roading, they've been really good. You saw them in the mud there. That's where they kind of started to let me down a little bit. I could feel that some of the other vehicles I've had up here have definitely had a little more, you know, traction just digging into that mud and digging into the earth. But overall, the Blizzaks held their own, and if I was to be doing a lot of winter off-roading, I would not think twice about putting these on my truck. And I mentioned this off the top, but let's just get a little bit more speed here, because that's the one thing the TRD Pros do really well, and it really does. You feel like you're floating, you know? It does an amazing job of absorbing the trail and still giving you great handling. Now, the 4Runner here, you have a great tall seating position, very upright, and that just adds to the level of confidence and gives me a really good view of my hood. I could lose the hood scoop. Honestly, fake hood scoops do nothing for me. And really it just gets, you know, gets rid of some of my visibility. But in terms of visibility and seating position, this thing feels like a real off-roader, a real SUV where you sit nice and tall, almost on top of it rather than down in it. And these tires are really confidence-inspiring. I keep picking up speed here through my tight trees, and I'm not too worried about it, at least not yet. talk to me in a couple minutes when I'm face first into a tree, but right now, oh, this thing is great. So what's the 4Runner like once it's on road? Well, the suspension does an excellent job of insulating you from the road. It's certainly a comfortable ride, but because it's sort of so loose feeling, it does give it quite a bit of body roll. And actually where I notice it most is when braking. Under hard braking, this thing just nosedives. You really feel the front end come down. So that's sort of the story with this 4Runner is I absolutely love it. I've been having such a good time. It's such a capable vehicle, but there are some compromises that a lot of sort of regular consumers or consumers who aren't going off-road might not want to put up with. You don't get the best interior, you don't get the best on-road feeling, but if you're willing to trade those things for off-road capability, this TRD Pro has tons of it. So what does this thing cost? Well, in the United States, the TRD Pro 4Runner sells for about $46,500. Here in Canada, it's $10,000 more expensive and goes for about $56,500 before you start adding options. So this 2019 4Runner TRD Pro, this thing is old school in the best way possible. It's an unapologetic body-on-frame SUV that prioritizes durability and off-road prowess over all else. Sure, you miss out on some of the modern conveniences in some other vehicles, but I think this is the way that SUVs were meant to be built, and I'm just happy that the 4Runner here still exists because I got more trails to run and I want to go play with it. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya! As always, guys, make sure you hit subscribe and come right back here to TFL for the latest news, views, and real-world reviews.